Hi, I'm Sheryl Paul, and I want to talk to you today about the concept of being sick as a transitional time, as a bridge from one stage of your life to the next stage of your life, from old habits to new habits. Our bodies are miraculous and they are speaking to us constantly. And if we don't listen to ourselves and all the various ways that our bodies speak to us, whether it's through dreams or emotions, tuning into our emotional life, the messages that we're receiving all the time about what we need to be listening to, what we need to be learning, our body will turn up the volume and kick it up a few notches. And either we will get injured or we will get sick or depressed. But I'm talking right now about the physical manifestations, the ways that our bodies tell us that we need to be listening to something. My baby Asher and I were just sick last week. We had colds, and it really brought me in touch with this idea that illness and sickness can be a pretty powerful transitional time where we are pulled back down into that quiet zone, into that liminal fallow period, that second stage of transition, because you can't do anything. You feel too sick. You're tired. You have to retreat into bed or into that quiet space. Before I had children, illness was usually a pretty amazing time, even though I hate being sick, because I could just retreat to bed for 24 hours or 48 hours and it would reset my clock. I can't do that now with children and work and family, everything that's going on, but it does cause me to slow down. It's a forced time of slowing down. I'm thinking of a client who was moving so quickly through her pregnancy that she broke her ankle. So she was literally moving too quickly, and that breaking her ankle caused her to slow down. She had to stop. She had to slow down her pace. And what that did for her was allow her to go in and do that really important work that should happen during pregnancy, of addressing her grief, the part of her that was dying, the part of her that had died the moment she found out she was pregnant, as it does for all of us. The part of her that was scared of becoming a mother, the questions about motherhood. Will I be a good mother? Will I love my baby enough? Acknowledging the immense sacrifice, addressing her expectations for herself, of her baby, what would her baby look like, and fleshing out that fantasy, expectations of her husband. So these are all issues that I talk about in Conscious Motherhood and are so important to address, but so few women actually do, because they're rushing through their pregnancy as if nothing has changed. And like the wedding, we receive a lot of validation in our culture for going as fast as you can and not addressing the emotional piece that wants to be known. So our bodies through pregnancy actually give us a lot of opportunity, whether it's through morning sickness or through the weight gain that slows us down, or through any other physical manifestation that occurs through being pregnant and that unbelievable transformation in our bodies. But if we don't listen to all of those ways, sometimes we break an ankle, or sometimes we are assigned to bed rest for a medical reason. But there's always another reason. There's always something else. Our psyche, our unconscious, our emotional life is begging us to go down and retreat into that slower place where we can address what wants to be addressed. So that's a big example and a big life change. But throughout our lives, we're given these opportunities where when we get sick, instead of powering through and gulping down the Advil and the NyQuil and whatever it is that helps us manage the sickness, which is fine, to understand that our bodies are trying to communicate to us, and that it is an opportunity to look at our lives and to make some changes. And that's often the time when we say, hey, wait a minute, this hasn't been working for me. What can I do to make it work for me? So it's transition in a microcosm. It's not a big life transition like getting married or having a baby or moving or retirement or empty nest or becoming a grandparent. Those are the big ones. But it's transition in a microcosm where we are invited to slow down, to stop, to retreat, to lie down and look at our lives. And address maybe a habit that we are suddenly noticing, or something that we are missing in our life, perhaps not enough exercise or too much exercise. So I just wanted to share that with you the next time you're sick, or if you're sick right now, to view it through that lens. You know, being sick is awful. I hate it just like anybody else, but there's always another side to it, and there's always the opportunity to view it as a potential, carrying the potential for transformation.